Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Yes.
Okay. So today's lab session, okay? Today is our first lab session, but today we don't have any, we don't start with the presentation yet, okay? But today is just a briefing for the lab session, how that we are going through the lab session. How am I going to conduct the lab session for the next week and the following weeks? Okay, so group Dr. Saidal, siapa daripada group Dr. Saidal ada kat sini? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, you can, right, and then group Dr. Yamani.
Yes, here, Doctor.
Yeah, doctor.
Alright, okay. So I'll just go briefing. I'm not sure the semua dah ada ke ni, because today's class is very short one because we just do the briefings. Okay, so I don't want to repeat the informations. Nanti takut ada yang lambat kan. Ada lagi tak? Semestinya. Should we wait? Sekejap ya. Okay, so basically, all right, so I just go through first, okay, about our lab session. Okay, so lab session, every week you're going to present your lab work, your lab assignment, okay? So you're going to have your lab assignment, weekly lab assignment. So you're going to present your lab work every week. You can refer to the schedule that has been uploaded. Have you seen the schedule and also the topics that has been given on the spectrum?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So good. Okay. So you were supposed to do it in group, but in some classes, I think in Dr. Yamani's class, so you probably have less than 10 students inside there. So I'm not sure how is it. It's either you do it individually or maybe a group of 2 people, right? Later, those students from Dr. Yamani's group, you can ask Dr. Yamani, okay? But I just go through, okay, what you were supposed to do during the lab session, okay? So you take a look at the lab topics, right? So the lab topics that has been uploaded on the spectrum. So every week, I think you can refer to the schedule. So I already stated there, okay, which lab that you should present, okay, during that specific week, okay? So next week, okay, you have lab 1, okay? So for the lab session, okay, you're going to do that in group, okay, group, and then you're going to do the programmings, okay, according to the question that has been posted on the spectrum, okay? And then what you need to do is you need to form a group, okay, to form a group. So I think you can refer to the spectrum, and most of the lecture has really, this one I mean for the other group, Dr. Yamani's and Dr. Saidal groups, okay? So Dr. Saidal and Dr. Yamani, I think they already uploaded some kind of forms that you need to fill up, right? So that they can assign you. I'm not sure whether they will assign you the group or you choose your own group, okay? So later you can ask Dr. Yamani or Dr. Saidal for those who are in that group. Okay, so for group 1 and group 2, which is my group, okay, so I already uploaded the forms on the spectrum, okay, the Google forms. Okay, so what you need to do is to fill up the forms, okay, put up your names, your metric numbers, phone numbers, and email address. so that you can easily get contacted by other group members. So my questions now is, do you want to form your own group, or you want me to assign you to the specific group? Hello? You want to choose your own group members, or you want me to assign it?
On group, doctor.
On group, on group.
Own group, okay? All right, so later by this evening, after this class, okay, when everyone has already filled up the form, I will upload the latest name list, okay? I will share the documents, I mean the names of all the members of our group, group 1 and group 2, okay? So what you need to do is you need to put your group, you need to mark which one is your group, okay? You can name your groups, and then you tick on the names, okay, that has been provided. Okay, you just put up, okay, which group are you referring to? Okay, so you just put up there, okay, group. Let's say you name your group is group 1, okay, G1, okay, probably G2, G3, and so on. Okay, G10, okay. Okay, so you just put up which group are you referring to, okay, on the Google Forms, on the documents that I will share after this. Okay, so I will make sure first everyone has filled up the forms that I has already posted on the Spectrum. Then after that, after this class, okay, I will share again the latest one, okay, the documents, and you can modify the documents, okay, by putting up your which groups, okay, which group are you in, okay. So in that form also, you already have your email address and your phone number, so you can contact your group members. Okay, so you need to start doing it this week so that you can present next week. So for the presentations, okay, for all of you, okay, presentations. So what you need to do is you're going to present your codes, okay, your codings, okay. And then you need to show your codings, explain a little bit on the codings, all right? So how it goes, okay, how it goes, the coding, the coding described on what, okay, according to the question that has been posted, all right? So, and then you run your programs, okay, execute your programs. It meaning that you demonstrate, okay, the programs, and I need to see the output. All right. So it must be able to produce an output, okay, as expected, okay. And then you explain a little bit, okay, how did you get the output, okay. So that's for your presentations, okay, your lab presentations. So it might differ the way that you should present, okay, from different from different tutorial groups, okay. So for details on how to present, okay, for the other group, for Dr. Yamani's and Dr. Saidal groups, okay, you can refer to your lecturers, okay, ask them on what to present. But basically, the main things that you need to present during the lab sessions, okay, is that your code, okay, and then you explained, okay, about your codings and how the algorithm works, okay, and also run the programs, okay. We expect to see some outputs from your program executions, okay. There will be marks for that. Absence from your group members during the presentations, okay, that person who did not attend during the presentation will not get any marks. Okay, I won't give you any marks if you don't attend during the presentations. All right, so make sure all group members, okay, is coming, okay, during your lab session, okay, unless you have a valid reason for not coming, like an MC or some letters, okay, then I might consider that. Okay, so that's for your presentation, and make sure it's not the same person who do the presentation. So you need to rotate from one member to another member to do the presentations. Okay, all right. So That's for your lab sessions. Okay, so do you have the members should be from the same tutorial group or can mix? For my and group 2, you can mix up. Okay, because we combine the lab session in one this session. Okay, so you can combine. You can be from either group 1 or group 2. Okay. All right, and don't forget to sign for your attendance as well. Yes. Okay. So any questions? Any question?
Doctor, how many members per group?
Maximum is 5.
Maximum is 5. Minimum is what? 3, 4. 3, 4.
Minimum can be any numbers. Minimum can be. If you think that you can do on your own, you can also do it individually. Okay. Kalau you rasa you boleh buat seorang, then you can do it on your own lah. Okay. But no minimum numbers. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum is 5. Of course. Okay. And also, okay, you need to submit the report. Okay, the report should contain your codes. Okay, some of your one submission. Link later. Your group members, okay, does not contribute anything. Okay, it does not contribute anything, does not help anything with the lab work. Okay, you can personally. Who's that? All right, so I will contribute anything, do let me know. Okay, you can email me. All right. Okay, any question? One person present for one person. Present. Okay, present for one group. Yes, yes. Okay, but if you think that you want someone else to present during that day, also can. No problem. But I think because we have quite a numbers of group, so it's easy if one person present, okay, so that it won't take a long time for you to change from one person to another person, right? So it's going to take sometimes for that, sometimes, right? So, okay. Any platform that we all can form group like WhatsApp. Okay, yeah, you need that. You need a group. Then later I will create a group. Telegram. Everyone got Telegram?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Later I will add all the names for our group in Telegram. Okay. Don't forget to fill out the form there. I need your phone number there, so I will add from there. Okay, to create the group. Okay. Okay. Any more questions from Dr. Yamani's group and Dr. Saida's group? Any question?
No.
No. Okay. So from my group, the others? Bigness? Saya panggil nama ada kat sini. Apa ni? Bigness?
Yes, doctor. No question.
No question. Okay. Afif Fauzi.
No question, doctor.
Ahmad Wahnan.
No question, doctor.
Okay. Ahmed Ismail.
No question, doctor.
Okay, how do we know who are our tutorial group members to form small groups? Okay, so after this class, okay, I will upload the name list, okay, full name list. All right, so I did upload the Google form for you to fill up, all right, to fill up your names, your metric number, and your phone number, email address, and okay, all the details. So after this class, I will upload that, okay, on the Spectrum. Please check. And then you can modify the documents that I will be sharing after this. okay, to form the groups. Okay. Okay. So who else? Okay. Akmal Azizul.
Yes, Doctor.
Solan.
No question.
No. Amira Anwar.
No question, Doctor.
Amira Hani.
No question, Doctor.
Amirul Ashraf. Kena panggil seseorang.
No question, Doctor.
Okay. Amir Mukminin.
No question, Doctor.
No questions, Doctor.
Ashraf Ikmal.
No question, Doctor.
Okay. B. Patricia. No question.
Tak ada group project kan, Doktor?
Daniel
Tak ada group project kan?
Meja. Is it?
Yeah, Meja. Got no question.
Meja. All right. Okay. Elaine.
No question, Doctor.
Fahad.
No question, Doctor.
Okay. Humaira.
No question, Doctor.
Okay. Hussein Al-Shamari.
No question, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Okay. Inamul Hassan.
No question, ma'am.
No question.
Okay.
Panggil ma'am.
All right. Since most of you have no question, okay. So do you have any question regarding your past chapters that has been delivered?
Oh.
Chapter 1 and chapter 2? Do you have anything to ask?
Nope. None for me. Very clear.
All right. Okay.
Wait, Miss, I just want to ask, are you going to be conducting the lectures next week as well? Or is it always going to be the Saidal?
Yeah, it's going to be Dr. Saidal at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So maybe when we have, because I'll be conducting your quiz, okay, and also your final exam later. Your quiz, final exam, your mid-semester exam, and also your revision class. Okay. So if there is any. So in lab schedule, if you can see, we have an offline sessions. Okay. Offline session. Okay. So during that offline session, okay, if you want, okay, we can have an online session for revisions. So I will revise on the chapters that you, I can answer all the questions that you might have about the chapters that you have gone through. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Clear.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. All right, so we'll do revisions during the offline session, okay?
Habis lah.
Nanti kita cuba buat lah yang tu, okay?
Okay, Doktor.
All right, so for no question on chapter 1 and chapter 2, so I think chapter 1 should be no problems, okay? Chapter 1 is mostly on introductions, parts, and so on. Chapter 2, I think it's quite straightforward, all right? I just go through a little bit, okay? Chapter 2, you have learned about single user contiguous scheme, and then you have learned about the fixed partitions, dynamic partitions, and also relocatable dynamic partitions. Okay, so if you go through that, single user contiguous schemes is very is an early scheme. Okay, so it's the program is loaded entirely. Okay, so if it doesn't fit, it's either you modify the program or you increase the size of the memory. Okay, and the drawbacks, the major problem of this single user contiguous scheme is what? If you still remember? Yes, no multi-programming. That's right. Okay, that's a major problem for single contiguous scheme. Okay, it doesn't support multi-programming, and then they have this one job at a time, right? And during that time, it was so expensive, right? Okay, so and it's also non-network, okay, scheme. All right, so that's for single contiguous, and then you have learned about fixed partitions. Okay, fixed partitions. Each partition is fixed. All right, so but the major drawbacks will be internal fragmentation. If you still remember how internal fragmentation happens, yeah. Okay. And then the dynamic partitions. The major problem is what? External fragmentation. Okay. Okay, so and then the last one is relocatable dynamic partitions. Okay, to solve some problem in dynamic partitions, we have this relocatable dynamic partitions. There are three methods, three approach. Okay, so if you still remember, okay, so we have the it's either combining three blocks and then combining two free blocks, or also combining an isolated one, right? Okay, so that's some recaps on what you have learned, okay, on chapter 2. All right, so any more questions? Before we ended the session today, and okay, so I wish you all the best for next week. Okay, so don't forget to fill up the form that has been provided on the Spectrum. Okay, so that I can upload the latest name list after this on the Spectrum, so you can check and you can form the group from there. Okay, so you can please modify the documents after this. Okay, by putting up which group are you are you in. Okay, so I think that's all, since you have no questions. Okay, that's all for today, and thank you for coming to the class. Okay, and don't forget to scan for your attendance. Okay.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. So thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Okay.
See you next week. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay,
Thank you,
bye.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah,
Doctor.
you're welcome.
Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay,
Thank you, Doctor.
you're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.